Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we're in Minecraft again today. We're going to pick up where we left off working on the command center. I have a few things that I need to tear down to get more honey blocks so we can build another strobing light display, and we're going to build it into the ground. We've got a bunch of changes that we made yesterday that I want to try to implement around. We're still working out the block palette for these things, but I think it's important to try a bunch of different things and see what looks good. So that's the plan. It's going to be pretty straightforward. Want to give a shout out and thank you to Cosmic Dancers celebrating 90 months as a mod. Apparently, according to Twitch, this is now a thing. I think that's great. I think Twitch giving mods a shout out as to how long they've been modding for a channel is fantastic. For anybody that doesn't want to do the math, that's 7.5 years that Cosmic has been a moderator on the channel. So thanks very much, Cosmic. And thank you to all my mods, of course, but like that's a milestone for sure. Coming up on 100 months. That's a lot. That's a lot of me. That's a lot of Joel that you've been watching. Very much appreciated. SweetSandi, good to see you. Mr. Miley, Dan Grice, hello. J. Christ is here. Open Nintendo. Sorry, old Nintendo. I don't know why I said open. Old Nintendo. I played, oh, what's it called? Marvel Invasion on Xbox. It's a really small game. It's old pixel graphics like you would see in an arcade from the 90s. And it's just a beat 'em up. Like you walk around, you beat up bugs that are trying to invade Earth, alien insects, and you choose two Marvel characters and you can switch between the two. And it doesn't matter which two. You can pair up whoever you want. Captain America and Iron Man, Spider-Man and She-Hulk, Venom and Thor. Like you can just kind of pick a whole bunch. It was pretty fun. It's pretty simple, but I had a lot of fun with it. Very nostalgic. Can't say I'll be playing a lot of it, but it was fun to kind of pick up and bash some bad guys. I do miss the old beat 'em up style games sometimes. It's very, very satisfying. There's one that I saw recently on Steam that looked interesting too. Big Helmet Heroes. I haven't played that. I need to work out how to get my controller to work on the PC so I can do more Steam games like that. Speaking of, I meant to look yesterday at the Steam summer sale, but I have not. Does anybody in chat have any favorites on the Steam summer sale? Anything that they're interested in seeing? So first things first, I have a very clean, very empty inventory, and I have a thing on the top of this base that I don't like, and it has honey blocks in it. So we're gonna tear this down and get some blocks back, I think, to kick things off. I need some hit something hard games to get some good frustrations out. Yeah, I tried getting into modern fighting games like Mortal Kombat 11 or whatever it is and Street Fighter. I just can't. They're so complicated. They're not like they used to be. Thankfully, I did this all out of diorite, so this should be very easy to remove. Minus the glass. I just don't like the profile that this gives anymore on the outside. I'd like a nice flat top. So I think this platform is where we're going to put like a big radar dish or something. We may still have a elevator to go up inside of it, but it's not going to be all 3 elevators. Plus, I think it'll give us more room inside. I may not change the floor. I may just leave it like that for now. All the combo buttons, yeah. I feel like it's the timing and stuff. There's all these different mechanics that I wasn't used to. I grew up playing Street Fighter 2. Like that was totally our jam. My buddy Scott and I played that until we were told to stop, essentially. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So Street Fighters tend to be where I gravitate to. I prefer a Street Fighter over a Mortal Kombat, but I'm not good at it, I don't think. I'm trying to think of who my character was in Street Fighter. I liked Chun-Li a lot. And I mean, Ryu is kind of a classic. I think if I remember correctly, is it Guile? I think Guile was one of the ones that I would play because Scott was really good. And so in order to beat Scott, I used to grab Guile and use that hurricane kick or whatever, the flip kick he had. Try to catch Scott off guard. I haven't played a heck of a lot more Forza 6 since last week. I've done some, but I find a bottleneck in that game right now for Forza is there's a couple of races that you have to complete to progress, and they give you the worst car for the race. It's like, hey, here's an off-road race. We're going to give you a street car with street tires. Good luck. And you're like, what? Why am I not using a rally car here? It seems really weird. I don't know why it's so different. I don't remember Forza 5 having those kind of sticking points for me. Like if you're doing an off-road race, you had an off-road car. It made sense. So I haven't really gotten into it. Now, I mean, I realize what I could probably do is just drop the difficulty down to novice and just blow through these dumb levels. Because I've looked them up and it seems to be a pain point online for a lot of people. But for me, I just like, it's the principle of the thing. Like I'd like to try to complete it on like normal difficulty and unlock all the races. But yeah, it's proving to be a bit of a pain. And I haven't delved into any of the like, because you can do base building in Forza 6, which is wild. You can trip out your garage and have all kinds of stuff, but I haven't done it. Will you watch the film when it comes out for Street Fighter? Not in theater. I would probably watch it on a lark at home. I don't anticipate it to be very good. I imagine it's going to be quite terrible, actually. All right, we need to get rid of some water here. Oh no, the water's down there. Okay, cool. This probably won't be enough. Probably won't be enough honey blocks to do what we need to do. You're on purple on Forza? I think I'm still on green, Dan. I did race the mech. That was fun. That was really over the top. Like I saw that in a trailer somewhere. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, Forza is an arcade racer. It's not a sim. Yeah, I thought they did a really good job with it. Curious, Dan, did you win that race, or did the mech break down and let you win that race? Is that like a scripted thing? Because I get from like a logic point of view, like there's no way you're actually winning. It was a fun way to introduce you to the supercar, though. But again, like here's the supercar. and you're going off road, like you're going down a hill, like a ski resort type thing. Like it was a little bit weird. All right, I'm gonna leave this like this, I think, for now. Eventually we will put something else up here, but I don't know what that is. I think we're probably going to just continue this roof from there. So the idea down here is that we won't need elevators. We're going to create a room back here. So this room would be the small control room, and then we'd have the stuff on top. I think I can probably come up with some fun ways to use that space. $2,500 honey blocks is not going to be enough. Broke down right at the end. Okay, so it's a scripted thing. It was still fun. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. So we're going to do, I think, some redstone first, which means need some of this. Ooh, I need to make observers. That's what I need to do. Cobblestone. I don't know where do I keep my quartz crystals? Mikatu, hello. Is there an easier way to get quartz? Piglin bartering, right? I think we've been over that. That was some weird lag. Bartering, yeah. I should really start exploring the nether in this area. Maybe one of the things I should do after we finish the command center is think about where we're going to put the permanent nether portal. Let's maybe put quartz. I guess we'll do that. All right, what else do I need for this? Repeaters. I think I only have one of these left to do. And 6 hoppers. Oh, and I wanted to put some terracotta down. Man, having a data pack to be able to re-dye terracotta is so handy. I need potentially those. Yeah, we've got to do this one. And that one's already done, but it's doing it wrong. This is the one that I like, and I noticed a problem. We removed the bottom part here, and so it continues up, and it looks like it's coming out of the ground, which is good, but the problem is it doesn't start here, it starts there. So I think what I need to do is I need to dig it down a couple of blocks and make sure that you can see the light starting down there. Because I don't want to change the top of it, I don't think. One of the reasons I don't want to make it higher, I mean, we could make it lower, but one of the reasons I don't want to make it higher is because higher sort of interferes with the view here. So I like that it ends on a light. So I feel like we have to then start it better. So that might be something we should try now. Which means I have to figure out a good way to turn this off. Did that turn them all off? Nice. I should probably bring some yellow. This is going to have to change. That should still have them all off. Yes. Then we have to put down that. And then I have to put down an observer here. I have to do this all first. Those are all off. Now I can turn it back on again. And lights. I think that's right. Actually, maybe that should be end site. Go get. Ms. Mist, Bubbles, hello, how's it going? I was looking back through, but I didn't see anybody in chat mentioning any specific games that they had on their list for the Steam Summer Sale. I need to make that. That's to go lower. I keep forgetting that that's there. We may have to move that at some point. All right, I think we can turn that back on. So then, yeah, it does sort of feel like it's coming out from under the ground a little bit more. It's still not ideal. But the ideal situation is that it would start and end with a light. But in the same way, I don't want it to end with an empty space either, like one of those non-lit areas. I don't think you'd like anything that I'm looking at Steam on the moment, not unless you become a fan of cute, cozy games suddenly. I mean, I like... What do you mean not a fan of cute, cozy games? I like Shantytown. Ms. Mist, is the summer sale on? Yeah. Yep. It's got a funky name, though. The sound of the hiding block column is growing on me. You mean the sound of the copper bulbs? Or the sound of the... So that's something we could do, is that if I could figure out a way to make a hum in Minecraft, I would love to do that. That's not bad. I still don't think 35 is going to be enough. It might... you know what? It might be. That might be enough to get her done. I must have just done the whole thing. Oh no, I stopped at some point. This one's all lit up. How did I handle the back sides of those? I switched. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Okay. It's hard remembering which one we're working on. Not this one. And now that one's messed up. Unless that was the one that was already messed up. I don't know. It's going to take some doing to fix that one. This is the latest game I added to my wish list. Not necessarily on sale, but cheap enough. Secret of Terrabeast? Oh, that's interesting. Early access. I like the art style. It's very children's book. Looks like the building stuff is pretty simple, but I mean it's early access, so I like the character designs. Those are fun. Old fauna. Huh. Right on. Store home. What's the Steam Bullet Fest? Oh. I thought it was summer sale. Maybe I'm wrong. Sea of Stars? Cool. Anyway. Hey, here's the one we're supposed to be working on. Then this just goes up there. I think I used the happy gas for this, didn't I? Well, I've already done most of it. That's good. Try to find the one that I actually did the... Yeah, just orange. All right, fair enough. I probably got caught up in deleting stuff and forgot to put in this layer on the other elevators. Kind of nice to have a way to go from one room to the next as well. Guess I could leave this in. I don't know why I would need to. All right, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that the elevators are right up against the lights. Not in this one. This is the wrong one. This is the first one we did, yeah. Yeah. Guild Wars 3 was announced? Really? That would be interesting. Does it look good? Alpha footage. Hold on. I won't be able to play the music because my video would get flagged, but wow. That looks really cool. The modern evolution of the MMO. I've been looking for an MMO. I mean, this is probably years away. As with these things, they tend to be announced well before they're finished, and then they either never get finished or they come out and they're all like pay to win. I don't think Guild Wars would do that. But MMOs are so expensive to make. It's a cool trailer. I want to see more gameplay footage. 2027? Like, if that's gameplay, that's cool. Wow. I enjoyed my time in Guild Wars. I don't remember why I stopped on stream. I feel like it just got... It wasn't repetitive. There was something else that came up. I can't remember what it was. I probably just got into, like, Satisfactory or something. Cool, thanks. That's good. That was not on my radar. And I follow Force Gaming, who's a huge MMO guy, and he's not said anything about it. I'll have to see if he's got a video on it now. Force Gaming on YouTube is a great follow for anybody that wants to have a game news channel. He seems to be pretty unbiased. He does often run ads, like long ad segments in his YouTube video, but like, I mean, you got to pay the bills. But I feel like he's always really straight up about what he thinks about something. All right, so we know that we want to have observers and note blocks in this section here. Do need to get rid of a bunch of stuff in here, though. think that's a decent clear. Yeah, I'll leave all that stuff there. So nice we don't have to worry about stuff spawning in here because of Mushroom Island. All right, now what I need to do is figure out what is actually on the right level. We need to have honey blocks are on the level of me. And then there's one more light below that. So then this is that and that. And then I gotta remember that this all has to stay off the entire time. I can probably just get rid of this. My life a little bit easier. And then there's honey blocks out here. I think that's how that's working. This I think is andesite. Then that is the observer. I think I had it up against the wall. It needs to have a repeater. Guild Wars 3 beta is fall 2027. Can sign up for a chance to play in the beta. That's cool. Thanks, Sandy. Captain Ben Owen, hello. How's it going? If I recall correctly, you did get a bit of a fetch quest for PD at some point in Guild Wars 2. Yeah, that sounds familiar. I liked the character that I had. I guess I need to figure out how far this comes over. So I've got 2, 2, and 5. And then it goes out by 4. Ah, why it's not there. 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's not as much space as you would think. Okay, that is where the observer goes. Down there. We have to build this first. That's not right. That has to be a note block. So that has to go down even farther. Signed up. Now keep your fingers crossed for a year. Yeah, totally. All right, which one did we change? We changed the white one, right? Yeah. Yeah, this goes down all the way to 67. I don't think I've gone down that far here. No. Okay. That should work. Okay, so it goes observer, lights, note block. Don't have enough note blocks. And then yellow. More note blocks required. we have to make more note blocks. Do I have wood in here? I don't. What is wood that I just have a lot of? I feel like I've got a lot of birch somewhere. We don't tend to use birch very much. Let's just make a couple half stacks. Stream is at an hour. Thanks, Cindy. I think 26 should be enough. Said it before, I said it again. I really like being in endgame Minecraft. Folks, I take a break about once an hour. Gives me a chance to grab another glass of water or a coffee. You can grab a friend, grab a snack. We will be back in just a few minutes. In the meantime, you can enjoy the view. All right. I don't think I need anything else. We can just go right back to doing what we were doing. Sleep first. Moira, hello. Do you have anything on your list, Moira, for the Steam Summer Sale or any Steam games that you're looking forward to? We were talking about Guild Wars 3 was just announced, and Cosmic, what was the name of the one that you liked? Old Fauna or something? All right, that just needs a thing in it. Anything else about this is okay. I do like making my redstone look good. Oh, crap. It does help if you're mining things out later and you run into something, you can be just like, oh yeah, this is supposed to be it's supposed to be something else. All right, so there's a light down there. And then the next light is going to be at head level. I think that's right. Yeah. Just before break, Captain Ben Owen asked, I started learning to the animation over the last couple weeks. Do you have any suggestions or tips for someone trying to get into that space? Woof. I mean, I've lots of advice. Sorry I missed that, Captain Ben. I mean, do you have any specific questions? Because that's going to be more helpful than me just kind of going on a broad rant. It's a tricky space right now with AI, like really tricky. The good news is you can learn a lot online. You don't have to go right away to like an animation school. Because the thing is, like, it's a huge investment in school to learn something professionally, but it's a job market that's contracting. It's not expanding. I'm specifically focused on hand-drawn 2D right now, if that helps. Oh yeah, I mean, that's what I learned. That's what I did. I learned on paper. Showing my age. I learned on paper. But you can do hand-drawn on the computer with like a Wacom tablet. I'm not even sure what Wacom tablets go for right now. Do you have one of those? Like, do you draw at all? Is this like a segue into from drawing into something else? Now, how far? I think that's the end of it, right? There's a block and a bit at the top. Yeah. Hit that side. Oh yeah, there's 3 for each level. We don't have enough honey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's how many there are. 3, 5. You have a Wacom tablet already. I've been drawing for many years. The animation is just continuing of that hobby. Oh, cool. So if you're looking at it as a hobby, then that's great. You can definitely find, in the same way that you can find tutorials online for drawing, you can find tutorials online for animation. I wouldn't even know what to point you towards in terms of software. I haven't animated professionally in 15 years. I've done drawing though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blocks, not 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. Why did I do only 5 here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, because it's the top's a stair. Right, okay. I wanted to try something different on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go up to 7. I wanted to see what this would look like if we brought it in a bit. So I guess the real question is, do you have any tips for creating a good portfolio? So is the job are you trying to get work, or are you trying to, you are. I am hoping to get eventually into the space professionally. I just have to get into art school. And for that I need an adequate portfolio. Okay. So you're pre-animation. You're trying to get into like an art school. It's difficult with art school. It depends on my main programs or Procreate, Blender. If I'm doing something 3D, it's and occasionally I do work in Illustrator. I'm more of a traditional artist, so I prefer pencil on paper. I mean, if you wanted to work professionally, you're gonna have to get used to digital tools, because as a commercial artist, like, I barely drew on paper at all. All of my professional work was digital, with the exception of my comic strip. So yeah, Definitely. I mean, like Procreate's great. Procreate is really good because you're mobile at that point. Like you can go to a cafe and still do your work. I didn't do a lot of 3D stuff. I would look at, what are you doing for like your raster art program and your vector art program? Are you specifically looking at Illustrator, or have you made any commitments yet? How am I of diorite? Wow. I'm getting very tired of flying around this thing. Boy, did I take the long way around. Might help to remember that I'm right over there. Currently using Illustrator as my mom is an absolute master at it, so I have a great teacher, but would be willing to swap to something else. Ah, okay. Well, I mean, if you've got access to it, then that's fine. I was going to suggest you look at the Affinity Suite, Affinity 3. It's got raster, vector, and layout all in one app. It's also free. So just keep that in mind. So for when you want to, use it professionally, you don't have to have another license, which is cool. Yeah, I think it's Affinity Studio. Hold on. Yeah, Affinity.studio. We talked about it on the Citadel Cafe the last couple of episodes. So episodes 503 and 504, I want to say. It's going to have tools in different places than Illustrator. I found it a little bit to get used to, but I use Affinity Photo, which is the older version of Affinity 3. I use Affinity for all of the thumbnails for my YouTube videos and for the spawn chunks. So, I mean, like, I can use it for that kind of stuff. Yeah, okay, so if you've listened to the Citadel Cafe, then you know about it. So in terms of a portfolio then, like, really, if you're trying to get into a school, I would ask the school what they're looking for, because every school is going to be looking for something different. And I think a school would also appreciate you forward thinking and saying, like, well, look, like, you want a portfolio, but like, what? I mean, obviously you want to choose subjects that interest you, but if they're looking for figure drawing, you don't want to hand in a bunch of landscapes, right? Like, if they want a broad spectrum of everything, like they want to see figure drawing, they want to see landscapes, they want to see design. It depends on what kind of school you want to go to, right? Like, are you looking to get into illustration school, graphic design? I have a general Bachelor of Fine Arts, but that was from 2001. And this is going to sound negative, but don't take it this way. I don't necessarily recommend art school for everybody. It really depends on the work you want to do on the outside. If you want to get into graphic design, there's lots of opportunities for graphic design. You also have to consider that graphic design is also a space that's being affected by AI, we'll say. All right, so I think on the other ones, I had this as a vent. Right. So then these blocks were colored. Before I do this whole thing, I should double check. Don't get you started on AI. We'll be here for a very long time. Look, so the thing that I'm noticing in my circles with AI is that I see a lot of artists that I know and have followed for years really slamming AI, as in like being a 100% closed to it and not at all interested in using it at all. And I think that's a problem because it's coming whether you like it or not. And the trick as a professional artist will be to how to use AI for your advantage. You know, like when I want to draw something, I have to go to Google and I have to do an image search for like, how does a coffee cup look like? Or how do I make a, 17th century teapot? Like no idea. So you have to go to Google search and do all that stuff manually, which takes time. If you can utilize AI to help you with your research, to help you with your Pinterest board, to help you with your inspiration stuff, and not use it as the final product, then I think that's an advantage that artists can take, can use to expedite the amount of time they spend on doing things that are not drawing. Because I had to do all that all manually, like years ago. Oh yeah, sorry, not to say that you're 100% against it, Ben, but like I see it online. I see the vitriol. It's like if you stick your head in the sand, you're just going to be left behind, right? Oh, the general public is just using it for memes. Like that's, yeah. Or for, inappropriate content and stuff that's fake and all that kind of stuff. Deep fakes, that kind of thing. But yeah, like if you can utilize it to, for example, like, using AI to proofread a contract from an illustration client, 100%. Like you want to double check its work, but like that could really save you a lot of time. Hey, read this over and let me know if there's anything that's concerning, Don't use that prompt. Like find a much better prompt than that. But like you get the idea, is that there's definitely a spot for it. This has got 1, 2, 3. Okay, I did that right. I think this was a solid block. So what I was thinking about here is if we can change, not mean to fall off of that, change the angle here. Yeah, so that's a block. So it would be 2 blocks there. Anytime I have to read the terms and conditions of anything ever, I run it through ChatGPT real quick, get a summary. Oh, totally. Yeah, makes sense. How do you think lumberjacks, blacksmiths, and masons felt about the Industrial Revolution? There are still folks in the trade who offer their personal service, but the world moved on. I mean, it depends, right? I mean, like there's still blacksmiths and there's still a need for masons. Wonder if there will be a similar reaction when paper was invented, where there were people who thought that their memory was going to get ruined when they could write things down. Anti-paper protests. Nice. Yeah, I don't know about anti-paper protests, but that's pretty funny. So I don't necessarily want to copy what I had done before. I'm thinking we're definitely going to run out of stuff here. I wanted to see what this might look like if I did this. So it would be 2 blocks here. Oh, that covers up a lot of the lights. Don't know if that's going to work. I was just thinking instead of straight across, we could have it go up in an arc like that. We might have to use some stairs to get away with this. It's not great. It's not terrible. Yes, I mean, if you're trying to get into art school, I would look ahead to see what kind of portfolios you're looking for. Generally speaking, you'd probably want to have, if they don't have that information available, which would be weird, you would want to have a mix of things. Like you'd want to have some perspective drawing, some landscape drawing, some figure drawing or portrait drawing. If you've got an interest in different styles, like if you like comic book art, if you like cartooning, like depending on what you're interested in, you could put that kind of stuff in the portfolio. But that would be additive. Like you'd want to have some fundamentals covered, and then after that, you'd want to do your fun stuff. But if you have like specific things or specific questions about animation, there's a book called The Illusion of Life. It's written by Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnson, and they were 2 of the 9 old men that started Disney in the animation department. And so that is worth looking at. I still think that that's probably referred to today in animation circles. The fundamentals haven't changed. The tools have changed, but the fundamentals of animation haven't changed. That would be a good place to start. Keep on falling off of this darn thing. I don't know if I like that so much. I'm really glad we set up that little bee farm. Coming in handy. Ulanko, I think a lot of people kind of see AI as a bubble in the same way that NFTs and crypto, and I think it might just go away after a while. I disagree. I think the form of AI as it is right now might go away, but I don't think that AI is going anywhere anytime soon. People push AI like it's a new industrial revolution because it's very close to that. And I don't know if I see the comparison between the Industrial Revolution and AI all the time, and I don't think it's a one-to-one. It's a very different situation. Canada Raz says I'm a developer and I use AI every day. It's a great tool. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. I've tried some coding and stuff. I'm not a coder myself, so I don't get. I can't check the work. That's the issue that I have. Is that like I can get AI to do something, but if it does something wrong, I can't tell you. I can't tell you the ways that it did it wrong. That was not a lot of honey blocks. It's gonna take a long time to finish that up. All right, I guess we might as well finish this part. So I'm not sure about this section here. I feel like I need to compare it, but it's on the opposite side. You need to build a honey farm. You're still collecting it manually? Yeah, I need to build a bigger honey farm. Yeah, I don't know about that cross section. Maybe this time I should just remove it altogether and see what that looks like. But then we have that andesite thing that I do like that I have to contend with and do something with. So that's the basics. I don't know about... I mean, if I take one of the elevators upstairs out, we can probably get enough honey blocks to finish that. All right, let's go take a look up here. Are we ready to maybe take out one of these elevators? We could probably grab one. The grab one of the south elevators. And do this. Get in there? No. Now I can. We'll remodel this quickly into something that might look cool. How did I do this downstairs? I think I put the end rods on both sides. Go look. Thanks, Lord Bob. Right, so it's a square and it's got those two on the side. So these are going to go in here. Did I pick up any quartz in that destruction? I did not. Maybe we'll try frog lights. Actually, you know what? We could probably put frog lights there. And this was all to light the elevator, so we get these back. And then inside would be whatever color we want. I think I could make that look good. I think we could make doors. So like you have a door to come in here, and this would be like a small control console for whatever cool thing is on the roof. And then the cool thing on the roof is going to be a bunch of radar equipment and sensors and things like that. So I feel like the profile up here is a lot nicer. Like I really like this without the little bulb on top. I think that's a good design choice. There'll still be something here, but it'll be like a cool looking contraption as opposed to just like another level. Appreciate the lurk, Ben. When you're back, let me know, and if you have any other questions, I'll be happy to ask them or answer them as best I can. Okay. Sleepy time. Oh no, I landed on a block. There we go. Yay. So I feel like we can turn this on now. And there's still the raging debate about what to do with the lower sections. Do we put vents down there? Do we not put vents down there? Yay, doing what it wants to do. I'll wait till nighttime to make a final decision, but it might be just too basic to have just a single column. I may also want to have this come in a bit at the top. When I do that, it does take away from like the sturdiness of it. I thought I would like that, but I guess I don't really. It's not terrible. Having no break in it. I think I like the diorite the most. It's less about block choices now and more about like what design features we're going to incorporate in it. Obviously, the need it. That's going to be a real pain. Fixing those lights. It's not like that's bad, though. There's a little bit more contrast at the bottom with between the stone and the diorite. This blends in a little bit. Which it wouldn't, I guess, if there was a light there, right? So we could make this yellow. We have an opportunity to put that color there. I think I tried this, but I'm curious. Oh, wrong way. And then what we had done before was just straight up lights. Hey, Captain Ben is back. I was saying, if you didn't hear it, Captain Ben, I was saying, let me know if you've got other questions specifically about drawing or animation. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be about like school, but like if you've got just general questions. Did you hear the comment I made about the illusion of life? I'm not sure if I said that while you were AFK or not. There's a link in chat to the book. Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnson's The Illusion of Life. Disney animation. Looks like that. It's so hard with this giant column. We're probably going to try to fill that in. Really get a feel for it. I guess it makes you wonder why the bottom is vented if the top's dark and the bottom's light. We could try purple on the bottom. I feel like we did that already, but it would be a subtle way to do a light, would be to not have it be directly a light, but instead be just lit colors. What could we do that would be vertical? We didn't do any signs yet. Not signs, shelves. Oh, did I bring them out? Maybe they're out there. I don't know my own Shulker Island. Oh, they're there right there. I don't like the grid. Like the grid of the lights looks weird. They're better in single columns. Like we've done it inside, I think, effectively. Right? Like that seems to look okay, but then when you put them together in bigger chunks, it really doesn't read well. Yeah, we have to do something about that andesite. The andesite doesn't read very well. I guess I could put shells on top of it. No. Axe. To try to get the most out of my inventory, I'm not carrying all of my tools all of the time. And I also need to drop mycelium. I apologize if the lawn care outside comes in on mic. Goes to show you how often I have an axe. I haven't replaced my netherite axe. Oh, I like the whole wall thing. Maybe we can try something like that. So if I wanted to change this to be purple, which I don't know how that's going to affect how the honey blocks look from the outside. You still get light, but then it reads as purple. But I feel like the purple is an inside color. Like I've used orange and white outside. I've not used any purple outside. Knock knock, who's there? Hour 3 is about to start. Sandy, thank you very much. Appreciate the reminder. Oh, I should check to see what that looks like behind here. I mean, it's a little bit different. It's a little muddy, but it's not the end of the world. Very bright. If I did that, I'd probably want to do purple on the inside here too. I mean, maybe we should put orange in there, like the terracotta. And also, doesn't have to be vents. Like, I can make this almost any shape I want. That just doesn't make sense, though. Leaving it open. Oh, it needs something along the edge, that's for sure. Oh, let's grab a different kind of wall. Polished tough. Pre-release 6 is out for Minecraft 26 bot 2. Cool. Good to know. If I did that, it needs some sort of cap. It's the only thing. It's almost like we're just separating this section out from the side parts. Maybe we just have to mimic the top, you know, just use the slabs. That means that's not going to work. If we did that, these openings would have to be smaller in size. I prefer a higher vertical, I think. All right, I need to try one more thing. Change this part. I don't know about doing a slab layer here. That's not bad. Just a single changelog entry for the pre-release 6. They've got to be close to release candidate. That it's probably, I mean, like, it's coming out in a week. I don't know about the big hole. That's the problem. What did I do in the top? I added some orange up here and sandstone as a layer. Sandstone, quartz, and stone. I feel like the color orange is right, but just like what we do with it, I don't know. Like I don't necessarily think that we'd want to change this all to orange because we then would lose the ability to do slabs with it. Even if we just had like an orange stripe. But we'd have to continue that somewhere. Don't mind that. Wonder, maybe we can put it on the side? What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide, and it's 3 by 1. No. If we did it, I think we have to follow the pattern. Nope. Worth a shot. Nah, that's not enough for outside either. I think we toyed around with having end rods out here, but it just didn't look right because it's a 2x7 area. 2x5. Maybe we just need like a neutral gray in here, right? We could potentially have the end rods go back farther if I can block them from lighting the honey blocks. Then I could have them be behind purple glass, maybe. Gojo, hello, welcome in. Thanks, glad you like it. How'd you find the stream? Put those back here. And then behind them, I have to block that off. I would prefer this to just be one end rod, but there's no way to do that, I don't think, and not have it look off center. I don't hate that. I mean, most of the time you're going to be seeing only one of them anyway. We've got this long line here. I don't know if the vertical lines really help. Maybe we do horizontal lines. It's not bad. It does kind of echo the pattern above. It's better than a big blue hole or a big purple hole. I keep on thinking about subtractive stuff. Maybe I need to be more additive with it. Anyway, that'll be a problem for a different day, I think. We're getting really close. I feel like I can change the existing trials back to something closer to the alt diorite version. I think that we can get there. Yeah, the end rods are not bad. I think they're probably one of the better solutions, Mikatu. I just worry about the repetitive ladder sort of thing going all the way up. The lights look good from some angles, but then not all angles. That to me is too repetitive. That's what I want to avoid. I don't mind that crossbar. I wanted to see what it would look like without it. Luckily, it's not like hair. You can trim it, add back. Yeah. I think it does add more interest to have the lights go behind something. And because it's only a half block there, like I think it works very well. I don't know about the darker colors in there, but I really wish we had polished andesite walls. And I've said that a number of times before in West Hill in the medieval build. We might just change the glass color. That could help too. Trying to keep it orange and white outside. These could also be honey blocks too, right? We'll use glass for now because I don't have the honey blocks to complete the build. Or do I? I do. That's too much of a grid. Some potential. Kind of want to see what that would look like with end rods going all the way up. I think a lot of this will help too when we design something up here. So maybe that's what we'll try to do next time, is do a couple versions of that. All right, let's see who's live. Forward you on to somebody else playing some Minecraft. Hey, Stenos is live. We have not rated Stenos in a minute, so I'll send you over there. I appreciate everyone hanging out today. You can, of course, follow me on social media. I'm on TikTok and Instagram for things like videos and posts about podcasts when they go live. Also, I do a lot of cooking, so if you like food on Instagram, then maybe check that out. Joel Duggan, very easy to find. TikTok is a lot of clips from the Spawn Chunks and from my Twitch streams, so fun ways to look back and see what I've been doing over the last few years. You can follow the Spawn Chunks on your favorite podcasting app. Same with the Citadel Cafe. They're both free. There's a video version of Spawn Chunks on Spotify and on YouTube. And we're working on getting a video version on Apple Podcasts as well. If that's where you like to hang your podcast hat, you can check out Patreon as well. It's one of the best ways to support me here on stream. You can drop a couple dollars. It's less than a cup of coffee a month. You get access to the Discord, behind the scenes in Citadel Cafe, talk about games that I might be playing in the future. I have only just recently started using things like giveaways and have had some opportunities from some developers that send me codes. So if we don't do those live on stream, then they could be a potential giveaway in the Discord, but I have to have a developer approach that I want to work with. Right now, we've had a couple that were great. Cyberwave did Solarpunk, and so we gave away a stream code on Friday. I plan to go back to Solarpunk this Friday, so I'll be back in Minecraft tomorrow, but on Friday, because I don't have a Lego build to do right now, I'm probably going to go and check out Solarpunk and see if we can move a little bit farther down the line in progression in that and kind of see where it goes. Some of the things that you can build in that game look really cool. So we will try to keep up on that. And I know that because people in the Discord were asking for it. So that's one of the ways that you can also influence like the kind of things I might be interested in as I branch out from Minecraft from time to time. Being in the Discord is a great way to have that conversation and like recommend games, and you'll get games recommended by other people in the community as well. That's something I really like. It's like if I'm thinking about a game, someone in the community might be able to talk about it. I'm just like, ooh, that sounds really good. Or maybe that's not for me after they've given their description and like compared it to other things. So that's always fun. Anyway, thanks again to SweetSandi for moderation, for Cosmic for the 7.5 years of modding on the anniversary. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.